YouTube, it's Jessica again, and today I wanted to talk about my weekend adventure to a new tobacco place or tobacconist. His name is, well, the store is called R.G. Clark Tobacconist. I picked up some, I guess I wanted to try some new tobacco. This is a Virginia blend with a little bit of vanilla taste to it. It's called, or to his store, it's called Premium One, so P1. And yeah, I smelled it. It was really good. I liked the way that it smelled. I've never had a Virginia before, but like I said, this is my only other one, wild cherry tobacco. So, you know, I'm just basically trying my first tobacco, and I'm slowly going to build up my collection, so don't laugh that I only have 2 tobaccos, please. But that's okay. I gave it a try, and it smoked good. I liked it, but after I got it home and I was playing with it, I realized that it's kind of dry. Like, if you do the test, let's see if I can do the test here. You get a pinch, and you pinch it, and you just drop it, and it just falls apart. It doesn't even try to stay together. Whereas with, let's put this away, with this tobacco, if you pinch it, you can right away, as soon as you touch it, you can feel the difference. Whereas with this stuff, it clumps. See how it doesn't drop out of my fingers right away? It kind of sticks, pinch it, and then it kind of drops, and then it starts to fall apart. That is the perfect consistency. Perfect consistency right there. Everybody's different though. Some people like it a little stickier, some people like it a little drier and feel that it smokes different, and it does. It smokes different when it's drier, but as soon as I touch it, I can feel it. Almost feels like shavings, like wood shavings. That's what it feels like. It feels like dry. And I don't know, like, it smoked well, I guess. I know that it can be better. So the smell is great. It's got a, you know, like, I know that people put like really cool words when they smell tobacco, and they're like, oh, it tastes like, you know, bourbon, and it tastes like, you know, this whiskey, or if it tastes like this vanilla. But to me, it tastes like raisins, or smells like raisins, sorry. Totally smells like raisins. I don't know why, I like it. I like raisins, so that works for me. Anyways, I spent $17 on this. This is a 25 ounces rather than the regular 50 ounce, so I got a little bit. I wanted to just try it. But it's not a waste. You know, usually what happens is when they give you a house blend, it's in a jar, right? So it's in a jar that they just open up, you know, daily, and they take tobacco out of it, they weigh it, and they give it to you in a little bag. So the problem with types of tobaccos like that, at least what I've heard, is that the tobacco in a jar, when you're consistently opening it, it does end up drying out. And most of the time when they say, like, don't bother buying the house blends because it's not sealed, or it's not, you know, it's not manufactured, or it's not in a tin, so it tends to be drier. But never fear, there is a fix, there is a resolution. You can rehydrate your dry tobacco. So I watched a couple of videos. Knightdor had a video where I just bought this, and the day that I bought this on Saturday, I think it was, Saturday or Sunday, maybe it was Sunday, he had a video saying, I just got a dry tobacco, and here's my video to rehydrate it. So I'm like, awesome. So basically we're doing the same thing. So today, I'm going to rehydrate my dry tobacco. So what you do is you just put it all in, quite a bit actually, $17. I'm excited. Alright, that smells so good. Okay, so it's dry. It's deep. It's not like dry, but it's on the way. And I know that with like maybe an hour or 2, it might be perfect. Okay, so what you do, put it in a bowl or in a whatever you have, and you take a towel. This is already pre-wet. I actually have distilled. They tell you to use distilled water. They say you can use bottled water, but here in Vancouver, the tap water is like bottled water. So even just being in the tap, I'm like, ooh, I don't want to use it. So I'd rather use distilled water, and like I said, I have some already because I have a humidor, so I use it to hydrate my cigars already, so I luckily have it. So you take a towel, clean, preferably. You don't want it to smell like armpits or something gross. I'm just kidding. So you wet it. It's damp. It's definitely not dripping. So you squeeze out the water. It's very simple. You just, you know what I'm talking about. But the only thing you have to do with this is so ridiculously simple. You just kind of even out your tobacco, and you just lay it on top. Obviously you don't want it to touch, right? So you make sure that it's not touching your tobacco itself, but that's it. How simple is that? I couldn't believe it. When I was like, oh man, I'm gonna need like all these Ziploc bags. Sorry, all these Ziploc bags and like weird, you know, like water pillows, and I'll have to spend money on rehydrating it, and I wasted my money. Pfft, not even close. This is it. Yeah, maybe I guess you could spend on the distilled water if you live here and you'd rather do that, but I guess people use bottled water. Some people use tap water. Like, I guess it's whatever, right? So I couldn't believe how simple that was. So that's it. So for now, I'll just wait and, you know, just enjoy this in a couple hours. I have to go to work now too, so that sucks, but maybe after. But I can't believe how simple that is. So thank you very much, Knightdor. You were really helpful there. I watched a few more videos just to make sure there wasn't weird, strange ways to do it. But if you guys look online, you can rehydrate your tobacco anyway. So never think that you have a wasted tobacco. And it works both ways, right? If you have tobacco that's too sticky or too humid or too wet, in other words, you could just leave it out, right? Leave it out. If it's too wet, you just leave it out and, like, you know, continuously change its environment, and eventually it will dry out and it'll get to that consistency that you like. And this consistency is the perfect consistency. So I will continue to smoke my only tobacco. Don't make fun. And that's it. I'm excited. So I'll build on my collection, as I said. Next time I get a tobacco or a pipe, it will be online. Until then, see you in the clouds.